right, so if you want a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card, stick around to the end of the video and find out how.
Wait, what?
Welcome back to Come and See with Terry Lee. On this leg of our journey, we're heading from Put-in-Bay to St. Clair Shores. Roll the B-roll. After a wonderful week on Put-in-Bay, we are traveling 52 nautical miles across Lake Erie and up the Detroit River to a marina north of downtown Detroit for an unexpected short stay. More on that later. The Detroit River flows west and south for 24 nautical miles from Lake St. Clair to Lake Erie as a strait in the Great Lakes system. The Detroit River has served an important role in the history of Detroit and Windsor and is one of the world's busiest waterways. It's an important transportation route connecting Lake Michigan, Lake Huron, and Lake Superior to Lake Erie and eventually Lake Ontario, the St. Lawrence Seaway, and the Erie Canal. The Ambassador Bridge, which connects Detroit, Michigan with Windsor, Ontario, Canada, was a parking lot of semi-trucks as we passed underneath. As we are heading up the river, we take notice of the downtown waterfront that features the Renaissance Center, which is a group of 7 connected skyscrapers in downtown Detroit. The Renaissance Center complex is owned by General Motors as its world headquarters. The Central Tower has been the tallest building in Michigan since it was erected in 1977. Out of a little respect, the Aretha Franklin Waterfront Amphitheater with 5,000 seats facing Detroit River hosts the big names of pop and jazz. As stated previously, we planned for our week stays ahead of time. The marina that we secured south of Detroit was not able to accommodate us after a full day of running. We scrambled to find a marina that could. Riverside Marina, north of Detroit, came through for us. Riverside Marina had many of the amenities that we searched for. Steve was able to pull out the green egg to do some grilling. The owners accommodated us with a posh gazebo to use and our own personal golf cart. Steve also got his dog fixed with Blue the Frenchie. On a dinghy ride around the marina, we are reminded of Hudson from New York as we pass by the family of swans. Unfortunately, we didn't have any Ritz crackers to share. Following a couple days stay at Riverside Marina, we headed out onto Lake St. Clair to our next stop, Safe Harbor Jefferson Marina in St. Clair Shores on the Nautical Mile, where Matoaka will spend the next 10 days as I flew home for a family wedding. After getting to the dock and taking some time to provision, we were pleasantly surprised as the harbor master picked out a great spot for us with a view of one of the many establishments that line the Nautical Mile with nightly live music. And again, another beautiful sunset. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So our first marina, as we said, we always make arrangements ahead of time, and it was in Gibraltar, south of Detroit. And we got there, and they did not have a slip that would have fit our boat. And I talked to people multiple times.
Weeks out.
They had 30 amp, we need 50 amp, and it was a 130. We can do 230s, but they only had one. They didn't have water.
No water.
And again, Steve was going to be there for 10 days while I flew home for a wedding. So that just wasn't going to work. And then the next arena, we got into Riverside, okay, because we were desperate. We really were. It was late. We had run all day and got into Riverside. They had some cool things, as you saw in the video, but
yeah,
the music was a little more urban than we're used to, and a lot of competition of who's louder.
Yeah, they had like a speaker competition.
Oh yeah, and then we were an anomaly, as Steve would say.
Yes, we were the anomaly in the marina.
So we decided to leave there.
Right.
So yeah. That being said, we got to St. Clair Shores, and that was a great place for Steve to hang out while I flew home.
Well, we had fun. I mean, the guys at Riverside, they did their best. I mean, I will say the owners there, They slid us into that spot, and that was one of the owner's spots. And him and his buddies had like 5 or 6 of those gazebos all set up, and super, super nice guys.
Yeah.
But it was a cultural difference, and all of a sudden St. Clair Shores opened up one, and I'm like, all right, we're going to pop up there.
For the same price.
Yeah, it was the same.
We thought it was going to be more reasonable at Riverside, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So.
Anyway.
St. Clair Shores, yeah. Yeah, that was good.
I like
Good
St.
place
Clair
for you to
Shores.
hang
The nautical mile, you just don't know what you're going to get into until you get there. And the nautical mile had a bunch of restaurants all the way down, grocery store, some cute shops. It was fun.
A lot of marine stores, so a great place if you have things you need to do on the boat.
Yeah, there were 3.
Everything was there.
3 to pick from, and all of them had a pretty extensive, selection when you went in there for odds and ends and things. But Terry flew home for a family wedding. You should have gone for 10 days.
Yep.
10 days.
I went back to Wisconsin.
So, anyway, it was a great place to spend time. I think the highlight of the trip obviously was going the wrong way around one of the islands because we thought the bridge was tall enough, and then we got like 5-6 miles up there and realized.
Oh, that's right.
Remember? Yeah, and it was
forgot
closed.
that,
They had opening, and you get there's a big sign on it that says "Sorry, turn around."
Right.
So.
Well, in that whole leg of the trip, you had to make sure you stayed on the U.S. side versus Canadian. You got to follow the little line.
Yeah.
In the water.
But I was mad because we just got done coming to Gibraltar looking for this nice restaurant, and it looked like the docks were falling apart. And so we had to go another 20-some miles that night, not anticipating that. And we took off and went up the river and got another 5-6 miles up there, and the bridge was shut down.
Right. Then we had to turn back and get back up.
So, you didn't want to hear it. You definitely didn't want to see my face on the videotape at that moment in life. I was having a real bad day. So, anyway. But, yeah, we got up there. It was a great time. And they had an in-ground pool at Riverside and laundry facilities. In the golf cart. They got a free golf cart. That was pretty cool. And if you saw the picture, it had rims.
Yeah, it is.
So, anyway.
Top-notch golf cart. So, about that $100.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so this is where we are. If we can reach 100 subscribers in whatever video that we reach that in,
I
right?
think you want to go to 1,000
comments below. I mean 1,000. I'm sorry, 1,000 subscribers. We're already at like almost 600, so
right.
we're getting close. But and we'll look for the comments. We'll pick somebody that made a comment, and we'll send you a $100 Amazon gift card.
Yeah. So let's clarify that. On the last video, which would be this video, all right. If we can reach 1,000 subscribers on the video, we will pick as close as we can get to the person that's the 1,000th subscriber. If you leave a comment, you'll get an Amazon gift card. Courtesy of Terry.
Come and see what Terry be.
There you go.
This is Terry.
All right. Well, thanks for sticking around.
Have a good night.
See ya.